my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and because America is called to be a great nation, we believe that you will make this come true. So let freedom ring.
He getting into it.
From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom
Nah,
ring.
it's in his body.
From the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom ring.
Let freedom ring.
The curvaceous hilltops of California, but God, we're asking you not only that. Let freedom ring.
He's bringing it in.
Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee.
So I did watch this. I watched it live when it was going on at the inauguration. But it's just really funny seeing it right now, because how I felt then is how I feel now. I just feel like it's kind of empty. You know, I don't think it really hit the same way that he thought it was going to hit. But I do appreciate his enthusiasm. You know, I think it's pretty funny watching him get really in character and put on this performance.
Let freedom ring from every hill and every molehill in Mississippi, from every state.
Look at the way Trump's looking at him. He's looking at it like, look at that nigga go. Look at him go. Like, this is what they do. All right. All right. All right. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring.
Every city, every village, and every hamlet. And when we let freedom ring, we will be able to speed up that day.
Trump is so proud of him right now. Look at this still. Trump is proud of that boy. Damn. And here's the thing, right? I don't have this idea that he's a coon or jigaboo or any of these other like weird slurs that everyone keeps on attacking him with. But it does look funny, you know? I just feel like the room is empty and he's the only person who's feeling this spirit. If you look at J.D. Vance's wife, right? Look at J.D. Vance's wife right here. She don't look like she's necessarily moved by this. She's just like, okay, well, you know, this is what they wanted, so we're going to give it to them. I just... Let freedom ring, though, man.
Your children, black men and white men, Protestant and Catholic, Jew and Gentile will be able to sing in the meaning of that old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank you, God Almighty. We are free at last. If you believe where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. Come on, put your hands together and give your great God great glory.
See, that's the thing, though. That whole party isn't at the Republican Party, as far as I know, right? Like, we were taught for so long that there are a whole bunch of racists, rednecks, white supremacists, and all these other things, right? But that's not necessarily what they're going off of anymore. From what I could tell, like, I'm not saying there aren't racists everywhere, right? But for some reason, he came in with this free at last civil rights movement speech as if that's necessarily the feeling that everyone's feeling at this moment. And it really isn't. It just isn't. I think that's probably where the Democrats went wrong. You know, they keep on putting race in front of your face, but America's trying to get past race. America really is trying to get to a place where we could just look at who's doing what. Of course, you're going to have preferences. Of course, people are going to be, they're going to have implicit biases. But for the most part, people just want to see good people. And for him to come in with the civil rights movement, to come in and talk like this is like, first of all, Trump is not he's not that guy, right? Like, he has a bad reputation. So he's not even that guy. And that's exactly the same things that the Democrats and the left use against him. But for him, for this, what's his name? Lorenzo Sewell, for him to come in, or Sewell, for him to come in and give this type of speech, it's just a little offbeat. You know, I don't understand why he did it that way, but hey, man, you know, it is what it is. You know, what's actually kind of funny to me too? Like, the funny thing about that is he's being called all types of coon, jigaboo, and he's being called a lot of things. But what's interesting is that Snoop called people like that the exact same thing. Like, check it out, right? Like, Snoop ended up doing the exact same thing. And now he's over here performing at the inauguration ball, or the at crypto ball, right? He's over here performing for Trump.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that's performing first, sir.
Osby's the one, Marissa. Osby's the one. Come on, man. Come on. So we're talking 8 years removed, and all of a sudden now he's the one performing for that same person. The weird thing about all of that is that for some reason, black people truly become Clayton Bigsby when somebody's on the Republican side. The second they're on the Republican side, it becomes a problem. You could have Meg Thee Stallion twerking. You could have Beyonce, endorsing Kamala Harris in the Democratic Party. You could have Cardi B speaking and not even knowing what she's talking about. But the second anybody moves over to the Republican side or to the Republican Party, all of a sudden they become every ethnic slur, every racial slur, every pejorative in the book. And what's really funny about it is that the black people who are speaking to other black people like this, white people spoke to you like this. White people spoke to black people like this. So to turn it around on other black people and once again become Clayton Bigsby.
Just open up your heart and let that hate out.
Show us your face. We want to see your face.
I find comical. I don't understand why they do that. Like, you could just say you don't rock with that person. You could say you don't rock with that ideology. You don't rock with that belief system. But to turn them into a racial stereotype or turn them into a coon, a jigaboo, or Uncle Tom, it's pretty crazy. Because you got to really imagine it. Like, you're a black person who sees another black person that you don't like, and then you slowly morph into a white supremacist. You don't think that's kind of crazy? I don't know why they don't even ever think about that. They never consider that they sound like the people that they claim to hate. But hey, it is what it is. I'm Regal Sylvester. If you have anything to say, drop a comment in the comment box. Like, subscribe, share.